Hey, casual crypto investor family. It is the casual crypto investor, and I am back with another video. I hope everyone has been enjoying the long weekend. It is Labor Day here in the United States, so a lot of people have off. A lot of the banks, a lot of the financial institutions are currently closed today. Currently, right now, it's Monday, September 4th. And so this is kind of the last holiday before we kind of dive deep into the fall. I know a lot of people really don't have much time off until probably around Thanksgiving or so. There's some other American holidays in there too as well, but nevertheless, I know that's kind of like the last kickoff before we kind of get back to the daily grind, so to speak. So nevertheless, I hope everyone is enjoying their long weekend, but I wanted to get on here and make some content for you guys, kind of talk about what the hell is happening in this crypto market. We have some news some economic news that I feel like is obviously affecting the current crypto market right now. We're going to dive into that, as well as some Ondo finance news. I'm super excited. We have a huge announcement potentially coming on September 3rd. And we're going to dive into that too as well. So let's get into it. So currently right now we are down 1.75%, sitting at but roughly a little bit under $4 trillion, sitting at $3.82 trillion right now. Bitcoin is, looks like it's trying to rally back a little bit. I know has fallen around 107,000, but right now it's at $109,000 right now. Ethereum is below 4,500, sitting at 43.39 right now. XRP, XRP. I wish I waited a little bit longer. I think I bought some XRP around $2.80 something cents. I can't remember, 89, 85, somewhere around there. Right now it's at $2.73. So I did buy a little bit more today, but the bulk of what I bought was on Friday when I got paid. So I just kind of loaded up another bag of or small bag of XRP. And then when we look down at Ondo Finance, Ethereum, let's see what's doing well. Stellar is doing fairly well. It looks like it's bouncing back. Look at that, it's going up to almost 40 cents again. And then when we look at even shout out to Hardera too as well, sitting at 23 cents, almost up 1% over the past 1 hour. And Ondo, which is sitting at number 30. Where's Ondo at? Am I missing it? Ondo right here, number 38. It is under $1, guys. So not financial advice, but hey, Ondo was over $1. And so right now it's sitting at 88 cents. Could be a good buying opportunity for some people out there, but I don't know. I picked up some more Ondo today, especially on this announcement that's going to be apparently coming up on September 3rd. We're going to dive into that. Quick shameless plug, make sure to give me a follow on X. Sometimes it's easier for me to tweet than it is for me to make a video. So make sure to follow me on X. You can stay updated what's happening in the crypto space, along with what's happening with the casual crypto investor. So make sure to give me a follow on there so you can stay updated. All right, so let's dive into the news that I have for you today. Got a lot to share. First off, we have Ethereum co-founder. Now, you know how I somewhat feel about Ethereum, okay? But nevertheless, I'm all about making money. So Ethereum co-founder Joseph Lubin says that ETH will surge 100x as Wall Street adopts staking and DeFi infrastructure, predicting Ethereum will flip Bitcoin as monetary base. That's pretty bold statement right there. Not sure if he's talking his book and he's trying to pump it. But nevertheless, it's hard to argue with him because I definitely think that Ethereum is one of those ones that will continue to see more adoption, more growth. A lot of money is falling into Ethereum. We already see that a lot of the Bitcoin dominance, if we go back, let's see where we're at right now. So right now, the current crypto index is at fear right now. So, and a lot of this has to do with the news I'm going to be sharing shortly. But right now, a lot of people are fearful on Ethereum, and it looks like the Bitcoin dominance is when you look at alt season, looks like the Bitcoin dominance is slightly going more towards alt season, guys. So this is something that you want to monitor and that you want to be wareful of, especially if you are looking to invest in altcoins. So just something to keep tabs on, because I definitely think we are going to be gradually going towards altcoin season. Again, that's just my opinion. All right. Also, too, as well, this is incredible right here. It says Bloomberg confirms there are 15 pending XRP ETFs with the SEC, which is amazing news to hear. I think XRP is going to blow up once these ETFs get approved, as well as when we have that Clarity Act. In my opinion, I've been saying this on multiple videos. If you haven't checked them out, go back and watch my videos. Okay. I think the last quarter of this year is going to be a great year for XRP, or a great end of the year, right? For XRP specifically. I think XRP is going to explode, and we all have our versions of explosive. Am I saying that XRP is going to $1,000? No, that's not what I'm saying. It would not surprise me by the end of this year if XRP is anywhere between $5 and $10, guys. That's just my opinion. I think these ETFs are going to be huge. I think the Clarity Act is going to be huge too, as well. So we'll have to wait and see. But I think from October to December of 2025 is going to be a great time for us XRP holders. And it's going to be interesting to see how other altcoins react to these SEC or ETF filings with the SEC. I know that there's other cryptos out there that are also pending, ETF approval. I think those cryptos are going to do extremely well too. And I think so we have like a list of some of the various companies that are basically filed their application for with the SEC for these ETFs. So we have Bitwise, Canary Capital, 21 Shares, Pro Shares, Grayscale, which is huge, Coin Shares, Franklin Templeton is huge. So a lot of the creme de la creme companies are filing for, and look at this, assets under management. 5 billion, 113 billion, 70 billion, 40 billion, 5 billion. All this money is going to be coming in, guys. So, and I'm not saying like all their money is going to be coming, but large sums of it are going to be looking at XRP. And then just from a realistic standpoint, I've mentioned this on other videos of kind of sound like a broken record, but XRP is at $3, right? I mean, people can buy a lot more XRP than they can eat Ethereum or even Bitcoin for that matter. So I think a lot of people are going to take advantage of this. And I think XRP and us holders will benefit from it. All right. Next up too as well, we have this tweet from Real World Assets Watchlist. Bank of China surged over 7% today after announcing plans to apply for stablecoin issuer license. So again, I think that, we are at a golden time right now. And I think, in addition between the tokenization of real world assets and this whole stablecoin resolution is going to be huge for crypto. Moving on to as well, the next piece of news that I have for you. Hey, casual crypto investor family. It is the Casual Crypto Investor, and I am back with another video. Man, oh man, things are heating up in the crypto space. It just feels like, I don't know, man. It feels like we're about to be like we're on a NASA spaceship and the engines are warming up, because there's some things news-wise that are happening that just makes me, again, so excited to be in this space, so bullish on crypto. I'm super pumped to bring you this content today. Man, it just feels good. It just really feels good. All the hard work and dedication to this space, and, being consistent and consistently investing in this space, I think will pay off for a lot of us. All right. So got a lot to share. We got Federal Reserve news. We got Ondo finance news. So just grab yourself something to drink or something to eat, man. Kick your shoes off and enjoy the content that I have for you today. Super excited to bring you this news. All right, but before we get into that, let's take a look at the overall crypto market. We're currently up right now, sitting at a $3.86 trillion market cap. Bitcoin is trying to rally back a little bit, sitting at 112,000. Ethereum trying to get back to 4,500. XRP is having a nice little run, even though it is down over the past 7 days, trying to get back to $3, which is great to see. Ondo Finance, let's take a look at Ondo since they had a huge announcement. Look at that, sitting at 94 cents. I think the last video I made, it was around 88 cents or so. So, having a nice little run. I think obviously a lot of it's off the news that dropped today. And so we're going to dive into that in a few seconds. All right. Quick shameless plug. Make sure to follow me on X if you want to stay updated on what's happening in the crypto space, as well as what's happening with the casual crypto investor. Sometimes it's easier for me to tweet than it is for me to make a video. And so, yeah, make sure you stay locked in with me on X if you want to stay updated, as well as on the channel too. Make sure you subscribe so you stay updated whenever I drop a new video. All right, so let's get into this information. The first bit of news I have for you, which is going to be bullish for crypto. It says update: markets see a 97.6 chance of a Fed rate cut. Guys, it is going to happen. Even though inflation is still being a little sticky out there, the Fed will most likely drop interest rates sometime this month. I'm thinking, if I'm betting, I'm thinking a 0.25% this month. We should see a rate cut around 0.25%. Again, this is very bullish on crypto because whenever typically rates go lower, frees up some cash. People invest in the stock market. People want to put their money in assets and as well as crypto. And usually Bitcoin does extremely well. And as Bitcoin rises, so does the other crypto. So I think we will all be excited when those rate cuts hit. All right. Next up too. And this is huge right here, man. This is huge. This is massive. And I think that this is what I was talking about when I was giving you the metaphor of we're on a spaceship and the engines are revving up. It says right here, this is from CoinDesk, breaking news. The Federal Reserve has announced they will host a conference on payment innovation on Tuesday, October 21st, guys. Things are coming together. We have the Clarity Act happening, ISO, ETFs. I mean, guys, like we are on the verge of, I think, something happening in this crypto space, and especially when it comes to tokenization of real world assets and those payment cryptos. So this means your XRPs, your Stellars, all that kind of stuff. And I gotta believe that Ripple will be at this conference, guys. Okay. All right. They're hosting a conference. I gotta believe Ripple will be at that table. All right. If I'm sure we'll see Brad Garlinghouse sitting at that table. I'm just excited to see what comes of this. I mean, we got a little time. That's not happening until the end of October, but this is something to put on our radar. Okay. Next up too as well. Shout out to Ray Dalio, man. And this guy is, man, he's a billionaire, hedge fund manager. I think at one point he had one of the largest hedge funds out there in the United States. And so he says right now, and you got to follow smart money, man. You got to follow smart money. He says that crypto is now an alternative currency that has its supply limited. So all things being equal, it is the supply of dollar money rises and or demand for its falls. That would likely make crypto an attractive alternative currency. Absolutely, guys. It has a finite amount. Okay. It actually has real world utility. Okay. And so with those things right there, that is a sweet combination for success. And to have cryptos, especially those really blue chip cryptos, should hopefully rise and do very, very well. And I think money is going to pour in. And if this guy is saying, and this is coming from a hedge fund manager, okay? And if you don't know, he is, I think, one of the largest billionaire, very successful, okay? Bridgewater Associates, I think was his management fund that he manages. And, man, I mean, if people are like that are saying this, we need to follow them. All right. So I'm just bringing you this information, guys. It's gotten me excited and it makes me feel, it just validates that the stuff that we're doing is, I think at some point will pay off. I'm not saying that all this stuff is going to happen overnight, guys. Okay. I've been in this crypto space for at least over 5 years. All right. But I do think at some point we will get to that pot of gold. All right. Next, information I have for you from Smoke. And again, I think this is right on the money with this, man. Shout out to Smoke. He says Bretton Woods 3.0 is coming. Okay. And going back to that, that's what I think this is all about right here. Okay. I think this is an element of Bretton Woods right here with the Federal Reserve looking to host a conference on payment innovation. Okay. And so, I think, in my opinion, okay, now, a lot of the Bitcoin maxis, okay, and they do have a valid point. Nobody controls Bitcoin, right? But just as that's a positive for Bitcoin, it's also a negative, okay? Because do you want a cryptocurrency that works with the system or works against the system? Okay, I'm gonna leave that up with you. Leave that up to you because if they really wanted, okay, if they really wanted to stomp out Bitcoin, all they have to do is start taxing it. Okay. All right. But if they look to, have no capital gains on American based crypto companies, guess who's going to fall in line with that? Ondo Finance, XRP, Stellar, Cardano, Solana. Okay. Those are the ones that are going to benefit. All right. So moving on from Smoke Dog, he says Bretton Woods 3.0 is coming. This is why you should expect a major reset of the global financial system. Hence, why do you think that the Federal Reserve is having a conference on payment infrastructure on October 21st? Okay. Major shifts in the financial system become possible once key players reach consensus. This is an extremely delicate matter. Central bankers are preparing the reset quietly, aware that even a public hint of a new financial system could trigger collapse of the current one. This is why informed money focuses on what central bankers do, not what they say. Okay. Follow the trail. We got hedge fund managers saying that, crypto is the new wave. Basically, in reality, central banks could initiate the reset of easily as wiping out international debt on a Sunday afternoon, resetting balance sheets to zero. Such a move would mark the beginning of a new financial era. Okay. And I definitely think we are literally on the verge of that. Okay. One of the other things that happened recently, and they just dropped the announcement. Okay. And it's so funny, right? That Smoke Dog tweet had Bretton Woods 3.0 is coming. All right. And when I very first got into crypto, right? When I started to really process and understand what this is, in my head, I was thinking that crypto is like the stock market 2.0. It trades 24/7. I can buy it at 3 a.m., 2 a.m., 1 a.m., anytime. And it's nonstop, Sunday through Saturday. Okay. And so when that finally clicked for me, I was like, I got to get involved with this because this could be one of the greatest opportunities in my lifetime. And so I started buying the Stellars, the XRPs, the Cardanos, all these blue chip cryptos. And I dabbled in the big, meme coins and stuff like that, like Shiba Inu and stuff like that. But now I've gotten a lot more mature, I think, in my crypto strategy, and I'm just focusing on the blue chips. All right, and so moving on, I think Ondo Finance is one of them ones. Okay, all right, they're working with large institutions. Okay, and boom, right here. Okay, they just made an announcement today. Excuse me. Ondo Finance Global Markets is now live, providing one of the largest ever selections of tokenized U.S. stocks and ETFs on chains. As far as I know, they're the first ones to do it. It says right here, with the liquidity of a traditional finance starting on Ethereum, 100 plus assets now live with hundreds more on the way. They're tokenizing the stock market, guys. So that way the stock market can trade 24/7 on their platform, and you can buy ETFs on their platform. Okay. Moving on, it says here, I know Global Markets launches with support from many of the world's leading applications and platforms, including Big Wallet, Trust Wallet, Chainlink, Gate.io. Look at this. Look at all these people that they're working with. CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap. I mean, and more. Okay, so all these companies, okay, our applications, our platforms, you can now basically buy it on chain. Unreal, tokenizing basically global markets on chain and buying stocks on chain. Moving on here, it says building for the open economy. So this current investment ecosystem is broken. Global investors have historically faced barriers to access the 64 trillion U.S. securities market due to high fees, limited access, transfer friction, platforms fragmentation, and geographic exclusions. Okay, so now if I'm in some jungle in some country okay, and I have access to a cell phone and cellular service, I can get into the game. Okay. All right. Now, granted, you need a bank account and stuff like that. But basically, what I'm saying is that places that do have technology but might be very limited because of this have now what's called access. Okay. They now can potentially have access to the $64 trillion market. Okay. Moving on, it says here these problems have persisted for decades, locking millions out of capital markets and stifling innovation. Ondo Global Markets breaks through these limitations and transform how securities are issued, accessed, and traded. Moving on here, it says setting the highest standards for tokenized equities. Ondo Global Markets represents a step change over existing tokenization platforms, solving the structural issues that had plagued on-chain equities, illiquidity, widespread and persistent price dislocations. Unlike prior models that attempt to recreate liquidity, Ondo tokenized stocks inherited directly from traditional exchanges, enabling for the first time tokenized securities at scale with price integrity and true market depth. And I think that because it's on chain, tracking more live, like more real time, not as many delays. Okay. Moving on here. And while some recent versions of tokenized stocks are locked in siloed platforms, Ondos are transferable and usable across DeFi, designed for consumability, automation, and integration into broader crypto ecosystems. Ondo Global Markets delivers next generation features set for tokenized stocks, ETFs, and more, including 24/7. That's what I was saying earlier. Peer-to-peer transferability, instant mint and redemption, access to traditional exchange liquidity, DeFi capabilities. All right. Moving on here, it says Ondo tokenized stocks and ETFs are fully backed and secured by U.S. stocks and ETFs held at a one or more U.S. registered broker dealer together with cash in transit. It says here a third-party verification. That's what they use for backing daily of an independent security agent holds a first priority security interest, basically making sure that everything is safe for them and for the customer. Okay, and then wrapping up here, it says number 7 here. This is just the beginning of Wall Street 2.0. Ondo Global Markets is going multi-chain, so expanding to Ondo Chain, BNB Chain, Solana, and more to make U.S. markets even more accessible worldwide. So, guys, this is super, super, super excited. I'm super bullish on Ondo Finance, and it's not just going to stop with the stock market. It's going to go to real estate. It's going to go to insurance. It's going to go to just so many debt. I mean, there's so many things that you can tokenize. I mean, even in, the entertainment industry, movies. I mean, dude, it's just going to just grow and grow and grow and grow. So be thankful that you're in this space and that you're learning about it. Even if you're just starting, you're still ahead of many people that don't know what the heck is going on. All right. They're just going to their day-to-day job, paying their bills and just, waking up and doing it all over again. But if you're getting involved in this crypto space, you will be ahead of the game. Now, again, not financial advice. Please do your own research. Okay. I don't know when this is going to blow up, but I definitely think it will at some point. And my goal for me personally, this is my personal goal. You got to do what's best for you. I'm just trying to accumulate as much as I possibly can so that when it does blow up, I can sit back, relax, okay, and retire early. That's my goal. All right. So, guys, I'm here in the trenches with you. Let me know what you think about this content. Are you excited? What do you think about Ondo Finance? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this content, please, please, please really do me a favor. I'm a baby on this YouTube channel or my YouTube page or whatever. So if you love to support the channel, please subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.